a workshop. And thank you so much for organizing this beautiful security-based approach and this cloud security and analysis. So in this today's session, we are going to more talk about that how security works and all. So let me share my screen before starting. So I hope my voice is clear. Everyone
Yes,
have like a audible, right? So yes, then we can start easily without any interruption. Also, I want to know a little bit about the background of the audience. So it is a mixed audience like ECE, computer science, electrical background. So my talk will go in the same flow, so everyone will understood. And because it's going to be more on the cryptography, technology, like methodology, and lots of things is there mathematically also. So I would say that it would be okay if we can go with that more programming side, definitely. So I just want to know what is the audience hierarchy. So it is EC all mixed background or what? Yeah, Agam sir, just
yes,
quickly.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir. It is a mixed background, and faculties and researchers and PhD scholars all equally joined.
perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so now let me share the entire screen. That would be preferable, I think. So because most of the time I think I need to switch the screen. So that would be good. In between, if you have any questions, so firstly, I just want few reminders. So if you need any questions or something, then might be you can put in the message box, and then might be in the during the break or something, I will switch and I will check that messages and I will try to give the answers. Okay. In between also, if there is a something important or you are missed something, then you can unmute yourself and you can ask me the questions. I can happy to be answer all those questions. Okay, so let's start from the first slide of this is about cloud security analysis and the practical countermeasures about the securities and how it's working into in the security analysis and all those stuffs we will talk about here, and how we can make the digital infrastructure and IoT in the era of the AI, right? So I'm just trying to little bit go back and a little bit just my previous experience what we did that. So we have we are doing some lecturing in this PhD in the guest faculty in the TUGRAS and other universities. Also we done, as I'm told, that we are most passionate in the IoT field. So might be my most of the talk will going in the inclined of the IoT cloud, as well as also might be I will more talk about that hardware security to the cloud security, to how to encrypt the data into it, because that is very important. It can be the client, could be the hardware, or the from the customer who is sending the data on the server. So we are mostly in this session we are going to take care about that client and server based encryption protocols, what we are using, that what are the mechanisms and all those things. Also basically my as a role, we are I'm the trainer, and in the different domains we are also providing the training in the blockchain, because that is also one of the very uh, traceable system, and you can just do in the public domain in the very encrypted hard coded like electrical cryptography and other mechanisms they are using that. So that those algorithms and all the discussions we will also do it today. And most important in the today's sessions also, we are going to talk more about practical implementation rather than the theoretical concepts, like how only the mathematical, like okay, how internal background is working, but also we will talk about which algorithm, which libraries is the capable for those type of encryption algorithm, which algorithm in the implementation side, basically in the industry, how what libraries they are using, how they are securing their application in the recent trend as per the NIS. So this is my LinkedIn profile. If you would had in the future you want to connect us, you can just directly send the request. We will be talk more about more further research collaboration. We have also going further cyber security or GDPR, because in the European they are much more care about that general data protection rules, and then we are also involved in that. Might be we can do some further collaboration in the security projects and other technical or non-technical projects as well as. Okay, good. So So basically in the starting with like security and all, I'm just trying to little bit back about the cloud, like how this word is renowned. Basically earlier days it is everything, because nowadays the era of artificial intelligence, we are like booming the word, everyone is trying to do something, okay, how AI works, and how, what is the behind the component that, but the real fuel of the AI is basically the data, right? And how the data could be protective, it should be very secure, and where we can put all those data under the cloud. That is the whole mechanism, right? So without, if just take the think about it, if data would be manipulated, data would be wrong, or data would be compromised, then all the AI IoT solutions or whatever the application we are building, that is the meaningless, right? So that's why this session is very important, how we can secure our cloud in the different process. And it should not be like only one security we can provide in the ones, any breaches, like it's like a home, in the one home, if any breaches will be there, then intruder can come and enter your home, right? And they can do the malicious activity inside that, and lots of threat. So here in the growing and depending in the cloud, IT, IoT, and AI workload, so securing the clouds is one of the adoption. That's why, and nowadays everything is remotely, so you can just pay as a service, you can just rent the cloud infrastructure, because smaller organization, they don't have a big infrastructure to set up their businesses, they can just rent it out online and they can start their businesses. And that's why the time to time it's a growing, and because of the different model structure, like private cloud, like this type of, so I'm just trying to make the structure whatever the fundamentals, and after that it's I'm not trying to stretch, just I'm trying to recall all those fundamentals, and after that I will build my foundations and my journey of IoT and cyber securities in the cloud, and I will show some demonstration. Okay, so here I'm just talking about, there is a multiple cloud structure, like we have a private cloud, we have a public cloud, hybrid cloud, and all those things. So here you can see, so this is on the demand delivery, right? So people are asking that, okay, I need only the email services. If you are talking about, okay, I need some other services like a website, we have to host something CRM, I have to track our systems, I need like consortium collaborational work, like universities collaboration. So everything nowadays is going on the collaboration, data we are sharing to each other and all. So which data is sensitive, which data should be shareable, which data should be encrypted, which data should be the public domain, it should be safe. Each and everything, it's depend to the your application, depend to the your restrictions, which data should be in the publicly visible, and it should be protected. So totally it's all about the management, right? So it's totally depend on your demands, what are you are going to the collaboration with the other organizations and other stuff. So that's why it's very important, because such type of things, if you are doing some collaborations, and if you share some sensitive data, then it could be the cause of your losing the businesses. So as I told, there is a multiple type of clouds, as a public cloud like AWS, Azure, in the big like market competitors, and the private cloud is on premises based, like you can use that as some CRM, GML, somebody says, like a website and all, right? So that those are in the public domain available. Private cloud is like, if your organization, if they are doing some businesses internally and they are sharing internally some cloud, then that is comes under the private cloud. Hybrid cloud, already I'm just going overview, and after that we will come back to the solutions. Okay, good. So basically, this is the main my expertise in that IoT clouds, and here not only we will talk about okay, what is the clouds looks like and all. We will also do some dirty hand with the coding, how to send the data, how to do the encryptions, and all those things. So just be patient. And also, interesting fact: we are not only going to learn the defending mechanism, because you can only do the defending once you know about that, how to, like how attacker is thinking, right? As per the attacker sentiments, you have to make your defending mechanism should be very bulletproof, right? So if someone is trying to attack your system applications, then it your firewall, your protection cells should be well enough, mature enough to be protect your entire application, right? So here the specialized sensor data connections, analytics, visualizations, we can do that. So here basically in the main domain, we are going to more talk about the UB.Dots cloud, but anyhow, we have much more professional cloud is also there, AWS IoT, Google IoT Core, Thingsboard. We can't cover everything here, but I'm just trying to build some concept how you can make some end-to-end solution, how the application is first work, and once you will understand the application flow, then we will discuss about that security things, how it can be make the secure communication channel, so you can avoid that type of man in the middle attack, or might be the denial of service attack or other similar attacks, right? So, okay, so the first thing in the challenges is the device authentication, secure data transmissions, and scalability, right? So here, in the device authentication, basically we are using lots of security protocol, like we are providing the device IDs, encryption algorithm, public key and private key. So once it will sending the data on the cloud, then it will check, okay, this data is coming with it is really the legitimate data or not, because it's coming by the dummy devices or not. So that's why device authentication and identification is very important during the sending the data. Okay, so makes sense, I hope. So this is the overall system architecture of the A2IoT's framework. Basically, this A2IoT's framework we designed during my educational research in the PhD research project, and we designed one of the bulletproof A2IoT's framework, like how we can create the end-to-end solution with help of IoT applications. So what should be the IoT cloud parameters? We develop our IoT cloud that we will show you later, and how it is can be helpful for the learners to build some application, or it might be the healthcare, it might be the agriculture, it might be some other industry project like smart cities or some home automation stuffs, right? So second other things here, you can see this is the AIoT development kit. So here there is a many more sensors you can see. Let me select my pen here so I can explain about that how it's this is very important why I'm explaining these things, because during the demonstration you should not be lost, okay, how the data is coming, what is the cloud we are using and all. So just bear with me, just understand all the key terminologies what I'm explaining right now. So I will recall once this terminology, then you should be aware about that, okay, what's going on here. Okay, makes sense. Okay, thank you. So now this is the sensors area. You can see this is the temperature and humidity. Today what I'm going to show you that this sensor value, this sensor, so basically in the first row you can see this is the DHT11 sensors. The second row you can see this is the light intensity sensor, and this is the ultrasonic sensor, gas sensor, and this is the soil moisture sensor. So basically on the basis of this sensors and controllers, basically here you can see this is a Raspberry Pi and Arduino with the mixture of, you can just take the example, might be you can say alone Raspberry Pi you can use it, or might be you can make the use of the both as a serial communication, Raspberry Pi and Arduino together, and because of the sensor, diverse sensors, analog and digital, so you can just jumble with this both sensors and you can send the data on the IoT cloud till here, right? So here you can see how we can, it's basically the overall it works. Basically we have to understand. So here we are taking all the sensor value, we are sending this value through the serial communications, or might be the I2C communication, and sending the pushing those data to the controller, and controller we have a Wi-Fi, then it is directly capable to communicate through the IoT cloud. It can be a two possibilities, normally HTTPS and that other services, HTTP and HTTPS both services is normally, that in the cloud services we are sending the request and we are getting that. But mostly in the IoT side, because it's a continuously they have to send the data, because sensor value we have to send one to one, then that's why we are using, because HTTPS header file is much more, and it's a very weight for that, because continuously sending again it will be lose drop some data. So that is the mitigate these things, and we introduce MQTT. So this is very lightweight protocol, and this is very well designed for the IoT devices. So you can continuously sending the data on the IoT cloud, and after that you will get some very beautiful dashboard, what are the sensor value, and after that you can do the analytics. So now I hope you understand this is our cloud, and this is the same concept for the almost all over the clouded. This is the IoT cloud, but might be you can using some other services like a website, or you are sending some data and all, but the concept is almost same. And here once you will understand in the security mechanism here, then I believe that other types of cloud services also you will feel confident that okay, we can build some secure system for those cloud services as well as. So firstly we'll understand about this, then we will jump how we can correlate with the other cloud services. Got it? Okay, good. So now I'm just coming back to this MQTT and HTTP protocol. Here, once we are sharing all the data on the cloud, then a picture is coming of the AI, machine learning, and all other. What will happen during the sending the data itself? It's someone attacker. He's here, is sitting here, and is trying to manipulate those data, because this data is important. Because if just take example, I'm making some application for the healthcare sector, and is all the data in this basis of this health sector, and we are making something AI prediction model, we can make something some model for the cancer disease, some model for our patient, and all those stuff. Because this base we are believing this data is very genuine, this is coming from our patient, or we are doing analytics properly. What will happen, everything can be man in the middle attack will happen, and it can be manipulated. How can, okay, and what will happen, whatever the sending the data, it could be the wrong, might be it is the page itself, it will be something different, might be some other attack can be happen, like a phishing attack. They are just stealing your user ID and password, and they can manipulate those data. So each and every scenarios from here to there, you have to be safely build the shield to be no one can bypass those shield to make those solution. Otherwise, anyone, if anyone can be bypass those, then your entire application will be compromised. So it's a very hard job, it's not easy. If, and also that is not possible to be provide 100% security of the any of the application. You can time to time, always you have to keep update your security mechanism. You have to, because lots of attackers, mechanism, bugs are coming time to time, so you have to be, it's like a keep on practicing, you have to just keep on practice of those type of channel to be keep on much more secure. Okay, now I'm coming on this part on the prediction. So basically this data and everything, it is real time obviously, and this real time you can create the alert messages, you can create. So this data, it's based on this data, there is a lots of action is also performing. So just you can imagine, if there is a something problem will happen in this data, there is a all entire system will be breakdown, it's all entire system will be failure. So that's why it's a very important, usually in this such type of IoT devices and IoT application, to be all the data should be very secure manner to be delivered on this database, and during the retrieving those data also in the client we will get the actual and legitimate data what they are expecting. So it's a very important. Okay. So in the end also we are most of the time we are application is AR dashboard. So we are also showing some visual dashboard, but that is not context of the today. We are mostly focused on the security and analysis part, but we can build some this application through this through this board, and after that you can do that. So this is all about the application side, but just a small application, how to build the application, because our here audience is very diverse. Might be someone have a good background about the coding side, but might be someone have a good knowledge about the hardware side. So I'm just trying to make it going with the in between, stretching the line in between, and I will explain you. Now I will explain what is about the cloud security is important, why it's important. So there is a, already I discussed, there is a multiple reasons, because if it will be manipulated, then all entire application will be compromised. Also, as per the regulatory of the compliance is basically GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. So it is compliance, it is follow in the Europe, and HIPAA, that is HIPAA, Health Insurance Protection Act, there is something there. And after that, this is basically compliance is follow in the USA. And we have to follow this, like, this, if it is comes under the application, this rules, then only they will approve your product in the entire region. So that's why this is very important. We have to, once you build any product, then it is very important, then all the security impliances should be follow as per their regulatory, right? Also, what are the data breaches, insider attacks, account hijacking? That is a very common nowadays, and we will see that. We will also see how it's a very easy way, like a very normal coding persons can also hijack your website, or might be steal your information. So, and social suffering and this type of attacks can be performed. And we will not only tell you, we will also show you how it will be getting compromised. Okay. So now we will talk about mostly the different types of so most cloud security fundamentals is based on the CIA. That is the, what is the main perspective is that confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So what is the confidentiality? Already you know most of that. So but here we have to do more on the practical side on the encryption. So if you are whatever your data, your sensitive information should you are passing, it should be encrypted. Second one, you can take the access control, and you can, after that, this sensitive information should be stored in the database in the encrypted form, and once we have to retrieve those information, then it should be in the decrypt those ciphers. Okay. So second one is the integrity, like ensure the data is not altered. So it should not be like if something like just take the example in the man in the middle attack, if something happened, then it can be possible data is altered. For that, we have a different techniques. That is one of that hashing, and second one is the digital signature. So you can use the digital signature, and you can do the authenticate, like whatever the data is coming, it is that is legitimate. This is signed by someone. Okay. So last one is talking about the availability, keeping a service or devices up running, redundancy. So there is a many possibilities are there. I'm just talking one of one or two, but like might be if you have a device and you are just sending the data on the continuously on the server, your cloud server, and you can temper anytime, right? You can, if there is a hardware, you can just temper, and that will be interrupted to sending the data. Also, there is a multiple ways to that interrupt the services. That is one of the very big prominent attack, that is called DOS and DDoS attack. What is the denial of service and distributed denial of service? We will discuss in the later slide. We have a separate slide for this type of attack, how it's work, and how we can perform such type of attacks. Okay, I'm just switching off my camera, so might be I can save my bandwidth. Okay, so now I'm coming back to that availability. So here you can also like do some multiple request, and your website or your server can be continuously jam of that particular network and is not able to give the answer of the appropriate person who is really looking for the your services, your request, because your server is busy to give that. And how to integrate, we will also discuss that. But you understood, we have maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So basically all the applications, if we are building, then this compliances CIA we have to maintain, and we have to be provide that, okay, this is the compliances we are did, and after that it is secure. Okay. Now, how we can do the encryption, like how encryption works. This is basically we have to understand now. So there is a lots of encryption mechanism. I hope in this cyber security, if you're learning, then in the already you know about that. There is a multiple symmetric encryption is there, asymmetric encryption is there. So here we will see in through the demonstration. We have a very good visual demonstration on this symmetric application, asymmetric applications, and how its the encryption is working. Also, we will see that what is hash, how hashing will work, because this will also help you these basics to be understand. later application, like once we will talk about that electric cryptography, or might be we will talk about how to provide the blockchain based security mechanism and all. So that is also help you to understand those ideas. Okay. So, before jumping to the next demonstration, I would like to see if any question is there or not. So might be, let me see if something is there. Okay, so it might be something like this. Okay, let me see some questions. Okay, no questions. So I believe everything is going well. Okay, now I will share once again my screen. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, please ask me here, and I will then try to answer these questions. Now I'm coming back on the slide. Might be that is one issue. I want to render on this website actually. So let me do one thing. Skip Discord. Okay, good. Now this is the website, and I would like to go here and see the demonstration. So this is the visual demonstration for you, how the public key and private keys works. So here you can see in the block, this is the public key generation. So here you can do any changes, like, you can just do the random, and it's generating the random public key, and a correspondence. It is also generating the public key, private key as well as public key. So if you'll do some changes in the, like, private key, then it will corresponding, it will generate some that particular private key, and it will be only decrypt with this private key only. If you'll do any changes, it will not work out. Okay, so that's so every time once you will do any changes, see, for every uh, particular private key, it is generating the public key for that. Now I'm coming to the next one that is related to the signature, like how the signature is works, right? So here in the signature, just take the example, I'm just giving hello question, and this is my private key. I just make this private key for you, and I just want to encrypt this message with my sign signature. Then this is the message of the signature that we are getting. And second one is verify with this. Then you can see this is the message signature, and this is my private key. So I just copy, might be this private key. I just did the sign, I got this message signature. And how we can verify this message, just take the example, if your public key is shareable with anyone, if your signature is changed anything, then it could not be verified. You can see this is a small changes, because this signature, whatever you did digitally sign, it is along with that message, it is not verifying at all. Then you have to sign again, you have to do this, and now it will verify, because this public key with the signature, then that is accepting your message. This is not altered anyway. Now same way in this concept, they are using the same. If you will heard about that cryptocurrency and all those things, they are also working in the same mechanism. They are also sending the data from one like, A to B. Then also they are encrypting with, so whatever the one person have a private key, and public key is nothing but there is a account address, and through this account address, suppose I have to send this $20 from this account, so on this public address, then it will be signed with this public address and with your private key, and it will generate some message signature. And once this message signature, then it will be verified with your signature. So this is a really legitimate person or not. If it is yes, then it will verify, otherwise it will be wrong, it will be give some error, right? Then it will be wrong. Make sense? So it's the same mechanism. This all the transactions, the blockchain, cryptocurrency, and all those things working in the same concept, and they are working on it. In details, like how internally coding and all those things, we will come that. But this is just a overview. Like I'm just building the blocks, and after that we will jump on it. So same like a blockchain. So there is a same concept. I'm not going because this is not the session for the blockchain. I will just trying to make sure that how internal encryption mechanism is working. So that's why I explaining this to you. So same way, they are generating some hash. One hash is linked to the other hash, and that's why it's creating the tree. And on the basis of this tree, that is, if anything will be altered in during the currencies, suppose I will give 1 4, then entire network, entire block will be denied. And that's why it's making the chain, and that's why it's called the blockchain, because they're building the blocks and it is connected with the one another has. So if anything will be changed during the time, if someone will try to attack, then it will be changed. But what will happen if we will talk about quantum computer will come that, because this all the encryption algorithm, whatever we are using inside the blockchain or inside the other security, then it is okay for the classical computer. But what will happen if it will quantum computer will come and break all the system? Because suddenly everywhere is all industry are working on the quantum computer, and it is much more capable to do the multiple problems, and it will do in the fraction of seconds. So that is definitely it's not a good solution. So we have to be prepared for those type of attacks also for in the future. And we have the like that solution that is called post quantum cryptography. We will talk later in the, I have a few slides for on the post quantum cryptography and how we can demonstrate. In the end we will discuss about that, but firstly we will understand these things. I hope visual demo is very perfect for you. I hope you understood. If you have any questions so far, then might be you can ask directly here. I will see some messages is there or not. If it is no message, then I will move forward. Okay, so there is no question, so I believe everything is going well. This things. So now I'm moving to the next demonstration, that is as how it's generating. Let's go on the website here, and this is data. Now just take the example for the every messages, it's generating some random hash. So you can see. So what is the hash? This is the fixed length of the encryption. So basically it's just providing some text, and it is converting in the one fixed length of hash value, and this hash value is basically designed with the other one. So here this is the different demonstration that what I told, it's generating with the some values whatever you are typing. So this blockchain technique, this electric cryptography mechanism is also very popular. This is also very popular to maintain some security, like cloud level security in the background. They are also using it. How they are using it, what are the libraries they have for the building such type of decentralized cloud, what are the other types of mechanism is there, what are the coding practice we have to do it, we will discuss later on this slide, and after that we will talk about that. So these are the things here. You can see this is the multiple blocks it is creating, and it's all the blocks is basically connecting with the all other things. Okay, so this is just I given the flavor. I'm not going in details that how it's work and all. So we will come later on that in how it's internally works. But just building the box, what is the public key, what is the private key, how the hash is generating, I hope everything is clear for you. And also we will discuss about the encryption, symmetric, asymmetric encryptions through the one other demonstration. Okay, now I'm coming to the demonstration 2. That is very important. This is very important. Why? Because in this demonstration, it is connected to the next demonstration. So I would say that please focus. And also you can make some account during my conversation. I would say that I will share the link with you, so you can also create the account. Then the next time once I will show the demo too, then I will ask someone to be do some practice together, and we can submit something and we will see the results how it's working. Okay, so okay, good. So now what I'm going to do, what is my goal here is, in the demo 2, just I want to show first how to simply we are sending the data on the cloud. Just I'm taking one simple sensor here. Okay, let me explain you. So just I'm taking one simple sensor value. So let me see the pen. So here DHT11, I'm just taking the value just for the reference purpose. I want to send this data to the cloud. There is a one UB.Dots cloud is here. This is the cloud I picked for the demonstration purpose. And we are showing that how normal, like without encryption data, we can send the data to the UB.Dots, and how with encryption we can share those data to the UB.Dots. And after that, once it is done, then you can not only pick on the UB.Dots, but also how you can do with the other clouds like AWS or Azure. And there also you can write your own CLI based, and with those symmetric value, like with that key you can decrypt your data there itself and you can visualize. But UB.Dots, they are not providing such type of command line based alteration or changing. They have to just doing the fix. That's why it's telling is that for a learning purpose this is good, but in the high level and more security level, AWS and Azure industry is much more picking for that, because they are more concerned about the security aspect. But also we will see that what is the differences between that, and what are the AWS they are using the security protocols and all those things. Basically AWS is using the X.509 certificate, so every time they are using so they identified that is a legitimate device or not, then only they are storing those data. If they found something is a problem inside, then they are not going to store all those values. Make sense? So just simple demonstration. Obviously application can be a bigger as much as complex as per your understanding, as per your project model, but these are the basics will help you to build those projects as per the mitigate all those security risks. Okay, so without any delay, now I'm going to jump on the firstly in the cloud side. I'm going to explain about what is the UB.Dots, how it's work, what are the dashboard, how it is looks like, how to registers and all, little bit about the cloud. And yes, perfect. So now I have a UB.Dots here. So there is a UB.Dots, basically the providing two types of um, what is that, two types of subscription. You can say that two types of subscription means one is the for the academia for the testing and building something demonstration, and second one is the level of industry level. If they are looking for their solutions, then they are providing a trial method. So for you, I just created for the Steam login, so might be I can show you the login. So once I will click over the login, you can see this is the industrial login. So in this is industrial login, if you will create the account, then you will get 30 months, 30 days, like a 1 month trial program, and you can do as much as like a devices, 4 or 5, some limited devices you can create and you can demonstrate it. I'm going to send this link. Might be you can also create the account here, because this is important. This is your task to create the account, and later on I will show you that how it's work. Okay, later on I will show you that how it's work. So please at least I will ask for the some volunteer to be give me some, I will share some link and you can share that. We will try to do with some experiment over it. I will tell you that what is the experiment, but later on I will not going to reveal right now. Okay, Good. So now I hope everything is clear till now. But in the industrial, I'm not going to send the data because this is because every time, because for the demonstration, I have to create the account again and again. That's why I'm usually using for the STEAM education. That is ub.steam. So they have a login credentials, and for this benefit is that this is unlimited, but with some restrictions, and you can use it. This is my user ID and password. You can do the registration whatever with your account. I already shared the credentials, and here I'm going to log in now. So once I will log in, then you can see this. This is the how the cloud structure is looks like. There are many more things. Just I will go how this cloud is working, what are the working functionalities and all. But the most of the clouds are the features and functionalities are the same, like ThingSpeak Cloud, or if you talk about AWS Cloud, Azure Cloud, and all those things. So those are the also, but Azure and AWS have multiple services. That's why it's a very multiple services they have. If you have to do the analytics and all, but these are the particularly made for the IoT services. Make sense? In these devices, you can see this is the many more concept, like Octohaven is there. So I just created one random name. Might be you can create some different name, like I would say that healthcare or something, Octo Health. Just give some creative name like Octo Health or something. So here the blank devices I created, and you can just put some device name like Smart Health. Okay, and just save it. Then you can see this is the Smart Health. It is created here, and after that, once you'll go inside, then you can create multiple variables. So multiple variables means you can, whatever the data you want to share, that you can just create here the raw variables and everything you can create, and you can send that one. This is important. This is just for learning purpose, but if you want to explore more about it, how it's work, what are the dashboard, there is a multiple things are there, devices, you can see that in the data, you can click over the data, and here you can create the multiple dashboard here, like create, and here I just created like yeah, thermometer type of things, and here I will use the dynamic values and cancel add variables. So I have a Octohaven and Smart Health. So in the Octohaven already I have a few data, so I will show you that. So new variable like a temp, and I will select something like that, and I would save. Then you can see this is the change your plan, because this is selling that it is some for the professional use. So I have already limited, I think they are providing only one, so already I used, I think, so that's okay. Might be you can test, it will work for you. So see, this is the vibration I used. Let me see, might be I can use some other name. Appearances, vibration gauge is there. Cancel. Can I delete this? Okay, let me delete. I want to delete this also. Let's see. Okay, good. And now I would like to some gauge. Dynamic is fine. Add variable. And here I would select like temperature. Select and save. Not working. Thank you for choosing the view all plans. Okay, might be dashboard is the earlier it was working means but now it looks like they blocked the dashboard part for only things. But also Might be because I already used multiple times, that's why it's not working. But you can also test, might be for you it will work because you are starting from the scratch. So for the testing purpose they will give you. So if condition will this, then you can generate some alert messages and so on. So see that what is the important thing is that if there is some data will be manipulated or changed, then entire system will be broken. They can give the malicious alert system, they can give the malicious spam emails and all those things, it can be performed. Make sense? Now I'm coming back to this. I hope everyone you created the account what I shared with the link with you, because that is important for the next demo. And now I'm going to connect with my Raspberry Pi kit, that is basically this device. Now I'm going to remotely connect basically through the server, and I'm going to operate and trying to send this data to the cloud. Okay. Good. Now I have this remote desktop, and I hope everything is clear here. Now I will just show you quickly how it's work. So here you can see this is the real VNC viewer, and in this real VNC viewer there is a multiple things. First thing I would like to say that this is very important is the all the programming stuffs you can do in the Python and everything. Browser is there, and all associate, like it's like a mini computer you can connect. I hope everyone you aware about that Raspberry Pi Arduino, and you have get the chance to be do some experiment in any of the projects. I hope you got it. So yeah, if you not, then just do some experiment and just try. That is a really very cool controller, and you will create multiple very cool applications top of it. Now just trying to send the data on the cloud, and this is the basically http ub.send.py. I created just a file name, and these are the libraries what I used. So basically if we're sending the JSON data, I'm using the JSON library. Second library I use for the random, for just random object generation, because actually the temperature value right now, this is the problem in my GPIO pin, and that is the reason we are just checking, because of I have to quickly show some demonstration. So because of that I used for the random generation, but the concept is the same. If you will connect the GPIO pin to your Raspberry Pi, then you don't need to do the random variable directly. You can connect with the GPIO pin value, you can connect to the temperature value, and you can share that one, right? Clear? And after that, this is important setup for you, because this is part of the UV dots, and this is the library we used for the UV dots. And here you can see app client token. So token, where it is that, so this is the token here. Once you will click over here, and you can see this is the API credentials, then you will see the token number here. This is the BBUSDT something is there, right? So here also they are created the token number BBUSDTQ. This is the token number. What is the variable one? Variable one is nothing but that what sensor value, what are the value you want to send on the cloud. So basically here, that is the variable number. In the devices is there, and here I used Octohaven. This is as created for the demonstration purpose, but here this is already I have existing one, so I will use this ID. So this ID number, you can see this is the 65. This is for the device ID, and variable ID for this one I'm using 27. This is the name is that temperature looks like, yes, and this is the ID of this one 68C3E, right? Then here once you will go back, then here you can see 68CE3999. This is the variable one, and after that in this variable one we are passing the value of the variable one, and after that you can see this every time it is passing some random values to the temperature, and it is sending the data. So this is the same concept, but we will use some GPIO pins. If we are using some DHT11 sensors, then how it is looks like, might be I can show you if it I have some other program. Then we will use this Adafruit DHT11, and you can send directly to this cloud. Later on, I will come on this point also for the encryption and all we will show, but this is just normal data we are trying to send. Good. So now I'm going to run this code here and enter. Perfect. Now you can see this is okay, this is different one. This is different demo. I would say this just to pause for now, and I would like to run or let me try once again then. Python, and what is the file name we have? Okay, yes. We have a file name is http tab uv.send. So this is just a normal without any encryption. We are sending the data. So here you can see this is the running the simulator, gathering all the random temperature survey. You can see this is the temperature value, and this is the time stamp. What are the time at what time we are sending the values. So for now, I'm just stopping, and you can see at this time stamp, it is storing the value here. And right now might be we need to refresh or something. Then we can see for me, because it's here is the time is 13:28. I'm right now in Austria, so this is the time it's displaying 13:29 here, and you can see this is in the value, and we are getting with the timestamp. Okay, so basically how this work. But now the question is that anyone can like scan the port, and after that it will get some encryption, and those problems can be occurred if it is the data is not encrypted. Then in that case also we can encrypt the data, and we can show you that. I will come you later. So in the demo 3, basically here we have Amartya Rai. He is application engineer, and is working with more on the IoT and other platforms, and basically the making all the secure channels for the IoT products. So he will demonstrate you that how the security implementation we can do that, and how we can send the data on the cloud in this encryption way. Yeah, Amartya, are you there?
Thank you, sir. Hello?
Yeah, just I want to know, is it anyone need a break, or shall I continue? And so it is fine.
Sir, I think we can take a short 2 to 5 minutes break, then we can continue.
Okay, then perfect. Then after that, okay, fine. Then meanwhile, small assignment. Please create the account, because next demonstration after this security, again we are going to implement some phishing attack and how to store that values without any information, and also we will know that how type of attack like a denial of service attack, and other post quantum cryptography to implement and all. So be ready for that. So just take a small break, just one cup of tea, and we'll be back again in the 5 minutes, and we will see the security implementation and based of the normal sending the data on the cloud, right? Thank you so much. Then we will meet at 1:35 for me. It will, and for you, I think is could be we can come after. Yes. So we will meet after like a 5:05, right? Perfect. Okay, so I'm available here. So Agam, once we have to start, just ping me so I can start this remaining.
Sir, we can start now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so welcome back everyone. So I hope you have a good break. So in this session now, like partially we will already discussed remaining things, what you learn that how IoT cloud is working, what are the cloud security mechanism, what is the CIA, what are the different types of encryption algorithms we have and all. Now it's time to see all the demonstration. Already you saw that normal sending the data on the IoT cloud through that Raspberry Pi or controller, how we are sending and how we are getting the uh, dashboard, how we are visualizing all those data. But in this session, we are trying to learn that how we can encrypt on the basis of which type of library we are using that, and what type of attacks is it possible is there, how we can steal your information, and all the things we will learn in this remaining sessions. Okay, so now I'm going to hand over here to Amartya, and he will show you that. Before just handovering, I just want to share one thing. So just recap. So just recap my thing. So here you can see this is the structure. So Raspberry Pi DHT11, basically the sensor value, he is going to encrypt the sensor data before uploading, and he's going to visualize on UV dots IoT cloud on the dashboard. And as well as he is also going to locally trying to decrypt basically how they are using in the server side. That will help you to understand, and he will give more brief about that. Not only that, symmetric or asymmetric, also in the different types of algorithm what's available. And later on we will also see other types of decryption algorithms, but here we will see how it's work, what are the protocols it is there, what are the libraries we are using, how internally it's work. Okay, so it's over to you, Amartya. Thank you, and you can share your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I am Amartya Roy. So today I am showing you how the IoT device's data is encrypted. So for now, we are using Ascon. Ascon is a NIST approved in 2023 standard library for lightweight authenticated encryption, especially for IoT and constrained devices. So small, like smaller code size, perfect for microcontrollers like low flash and RAM. It has a built-in AEAD, combines encryptions and integrity in one step. It is also energy efficient. In our system, we have used a Python-based Ascon, which I am showing you how to get that. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes,
Okay.
it's visible. Go ahead. Thank you.
So in PyPy, we have already used PyPy. I guess we have all used PyPy. We search for these modules, how to install this. So if you search here Ascon, it will show this thing pip install Ascon. So we can use Ascon cryptography in our Python project. It gives these types of variants like Ascon 128, Ascon 128A, Ascon 80PQ, etc., etc. Now I will show you how to use that in a IoT device to encrypt the data. Let me connect my device. So this is the same one, that real VNC viewer. Here, this is the ASCON code. We have used a JSON file to keep the temperature and the other things as well in a JSON format. We have used random to pick the temperature in a random way. We have used the time import to use the timestamp to send that data to the server or cloud. We have used this module ascon dot underscore ascon import ascon encrypt to encrypt all the data that will be sent to the cloud, and that ub.ser already saved. So for the encryption setup, we have used this ascon key. This ascon key will be 16 bits or 128-bit symmetric key we are using, and this ascon non-space is 12 bits. So actually we are using 12 bits, not whole the 16 bits. We are using 12 bits, and here you can see this nonce and a counter. So this what this counter goes, it uses 4 random numbers using with that 12-bit of nonce, and it makes it unique every time you send a data to the cloud. So it makes a more encrypted rather than making a plain ciphertext for a same data every time. It doesn't make sense actually as per the security. So this is the code where the ascon is used to encrypt my all the data. Like only I have encrypted only the temperature. Now I'll show you the run process. Here you can show that the temperature is 26.79 degrees Celsius, but the encrypted value is much. Yeah. Let me stop that. Okay. See, the temperature is, if I take this 25.78 degrees Celsius, the encrypted data that will be sent to the cloud is like this ciphertext. Like this ciphertext, it will send to the cloud, and with that nonce also. Let me show you how the cloud is getting that data. We have already created a variable called temperature. So let me show you how it gets. See, this is how it goes, like ciphertext and with the nonce also. So here is the ciphertext and the timestamp. Okay. Give me a moment. This is the data we are getting at the cloud. I hope you all see that. Give that nonce to the next page. So this is the data we are sending to the cloud. So when we try, someone outside of this system tries to manipulate this data or this ciphertext, it will get an error in the decryption side. So let me try and give you an insight on the decryption, how it works and how it sees it. Let me run the same file again. Okay. This is my receive file. So the decryption will be like this: temperature along with the timestamp. So I have run this locally actually. There is a reason why, because in the UB dots, it saves data like this ciphertext encrypted one. So the value is always 0, as because it is encrypted. If you see the previous one, the search showed that the HTTP one, it will show you the values like this. See, the value is 23.68 already. If you go to the new variable and see, the temperature is showing, but in the encrypted one, you don't get any value because it is encrypted, so the machine can't read it. See, the machine can't read it, that's why the value is 0. If you use AWS or something like that, something like those clouds which are CLI based, then you can run this one, this decryption code inside your AWS. So this is my received one. Okay, so this is my received code. As per the encryption one, I have used the same, just one there was encrypt and here is decrypt. That is it. Everything is same. So what we are actually transferring between two parties, the same party will share the same key, that 16 bits same key to the receivers one. See. Otherwise, if the key is tampered, it will not get any value or it will not decrypt anything. So this is the main thing. This is the receive part. Well, so when this receive part, we will keep it in the AWS or something like CLI based cloud. It will give you more like you can visually get that in that cloud. Here you can't get actually because there is limitation. It is not CLI based. That is why it is going. So this is all. Any questions? If you can ask. Fine.
Okay, thank you,
Good.
Amartya, for a wonderful
Thank you, sir.
presentation about the security and how it's doing the data encryption. So I just want to wrap it out here, this overall the demo. So here we just shown that how the encryption is works and how we are sending the encrypted data through the device on the edge device itself. So it's not chance for the middle man in the middle attack on the cloud in between something in the network layer. If someone will try to access those data, it is very useful for those healthcare data sector and very sensitive data sharing technique if it is in the IoT cloud or something else. It is also, it's a very low level like symmetric key data encryption is there, like it's a one with one key and it is can be decrypt in the server side with the same key. Basically in the UB dots it's quite limitations, they can't decrypt it because they have to be hard code inside the cloud. But if you are going to develop something like the UB dots type of application or UB dots type of cloud or server for you for your entire organization, then such type of encryption and decryption mechanism you can share that. Definitely this thing is a quite bigger approach actually, so might be in the next session because we have two sessions, then we can show you how in the coding we are doing the encryption and decryption technique through the public key and private key. So more next level security like asymmetric encryption algorithm that we will discuss later. But for now today we are also planning to show some other activities. Let me share my screen once again and explain you how exactly it's work. Okay, so yeah, and meanwhile if you have any questions or something, then you can put in the chat box. I will try to answer once we'll be back. Perfect. Now we have this slide. Let me come back here. So here you already saw that Raspberry Pi sending the data. So how it's protected? Now we will focus on this. We will do some countermeasures. So here we have a hardware device. Here we have a cloud, and here we have a end customer like us through who is using your all applications through your phone. might be some mobile application, or might be some other type of devices, web applications, or some alerts, email, or whatever the services you are using. So this is the end customer, right? So right now what I shown you that it's here up to device to here we are sending some data to the cloud, and this data is basically encrypted. So here in the UV dots, it's a problem like you can't decrypt it because of that, you can't, that is not CLI. They are not giving that much flexibility to customer to be they can do the encryption model top of it. But if it is the same cloud, might be if you use AWS, Azure and all, then you can also do such as decryption part also here. Is it clear? Now just take the example. I am the attacker and I am trying to manipulate those data in between man in the middle attack. I will spoof your entire network, and then we are able to see that data, but we are not able to decrypt that. We don't know that what is that. So this is the one of the security mechanism what we learned, that is a practically we implemented this one. Right now I'm going to show you the different types of attack. Like we saw that defensing mechanism, but the attacker, what are the different types of mechanism they are using? What will happen if I will say that this application website itself I will compromised, and I will do access of it? I will make something similar and I will send you that. I will tell to this client, okay, so whatever you are sharing, you are accessing, so this is the genuine page and this is the fake page. So might be I will tell that I will send the fake, and after that he will get that access of this particular page and he will compromise the user credentials. So this type of attack is also possible, right? How we can make this type of attack? Firstly we will learn that how we can perform such type of attacks, and after that we will learn that how we can defend ourselves this type of mechanism. For this network spoofing and all, right now I did not show the attack, but this is I will come in the next session actually, that is totally talk about the networking layer security. We will talk about how we can do the man in the middle attack, how we can do the perform the DOS attack, how we can perform the network spoofing, how we can do the by using the Wireshark, how we can scan the IP addresses, how we can check the HTTP request state, how we can look in the network inside that. Those type of security measurements we will do that, and we will also discuss all those things, how we can defend ourselves with the intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, IPS, how we can set up the configure the firewall and all those steps. I know that time is limited, we can't cover each and every security mechanism and all those things, but we will understand at least as a developer side, like what in the cloud security side, what are the things is very important to bridge this type of securities, right? How we can reduce the action of the risk, like a compromise your network, that we will understand here. Okay, so now that is a very prominent and common attack that is basically the found, and that is the continuously is happening, like crypto hijacking is there, like 5% is there. Phishing attack is also one of the major issues. Lots of time you are getting the spam emails and links, and they are asking that, okay, click over the link, your bank is compromised, the bank is sending you some 10,000 rupees or 1 lakh money, I want to share some details with you, and you are sharing the data and it is compromised, right? This type of things we will learn today actually. This is one of the major. Password, how we can check that. That is a type of a user practice. If you are sharing, creating the not very hard complex password, then also they are easy to guess, right? Like if you are giving the birth date, or might be some your insurance number, car number and all those things, so it's easy to guess actually, and people can come compromise your credentials. So second one is that is most on the network layer, like a malware. We can just put something with the links. I will put some Trojan and it will install in your system, and after that it is slowly it is watching your activities and stealing all those information. Botnet we can also create that, and it is continuously slow down your system services and all those things. Ransomware, this is other types of malware that is giving the slow down your systems and compromise worms you can create, and it is corrupt your hard disk as well as viruses also we can create that. So there's a multiple way. If you are a really good want to do this profession, I would suggest install the Kali Linux operating system. There is a lots of tools are there like a Tsunami and Weapon, and there is some hijacking too. Because in the MTech time I did, because my specialization in the MTech was cybersecurity, and we did lots of practice at that time, and it is all about that attacking, how to defend, and all this security defensing mechanism what we are approaching. So those are very enthusiast. If you will start doing that, it is very interesting, like how we can protect our software, our application in the different types of, and there is no one certain ways like attack. There is a multiple ways, the multiple findings are there, and every time one team is always there, like attacker team, who is always trying to work on this research and development, what type of attack we can do, and we can compromise this type of structure. So there are many more things are there. Network scanning, what we are talking. So in the next session, definitely we will more talk about the network scanning, remote code executions, command injections. Also we will discuss, because this is also the big area to exploit your network. What is happening is, if you will do the I will jam your server itself, I will continuously do the DOS attack on your system, and totally it will be jam your network, and who is the genuine user who is not able to get the access top of it. So there are many more. So device authentication, identification is required, lightweight protocol, because if you will give the very heavy HTTP request, then it will be very slow down your request. It is not give the appropriate response, and very frequent. So data privacy is also very important in the cloud. So these are the security challenges we are going to discuss. So second is the most common attacks, that is we found in the now last 5 to 10 years. That is mostly people are afraid and problematic in this type of denial of service attack, phishing attack, man in the middle attack, and the insider threat. So inside the organization itself, like someone is stealing the password or this, that, and this type of unethical practice is also happening during the organization. Okay, so now I'm going to one of the explanation about the one-to-one, like we will explain about that, how denial of service attack. If you have already few sessions and lots of theoretical knowledge, you have how it works and all. So denial of service attack and DDoS attack is a very similar concept. In the DOS attack, we are using the one system, and we are trying to make of the that target system, and we are sending continuously IP request to them, and trying to jam their network. So it is going to be crash your application. Second way, because this is performed but is not very effectful, because nowadays our system is enough capable to handle such type of attacks. So in that case, we are trying to do the DDoS attack. DDoS attack is much more powerful, because we are not alone. We are taking the control of the most of the one organizational computer systems, and we are sending the commands from their all this community itself in the one system. So obviously that would be more powerful, and it would be sending continuously request to the DDoS attack on the victim, and it is totally crash, and service is unavailable. Just take the example like Google or something, Facebook or something. If you will do such type of activity, and Google is like 1 hour or 30 minutes is will it stop, then how much huge loss it is for the business, right? That's why the security is very important in the all those scenarios, and that's why we have to, then how we can mitigate this type, because obviously if I have an infrastructure, I have a system, then I will send the command request, I will create some bot, and it will continuously send the record. How we can defend such type of things? So then we have a multiple configuration setup. We can do the routing setups, limit request IP address, and the prevent overloaded firewall, and the network rules we can set it out, and block the abnormal traffic patterns. We can set that, and we can also using the AI such type of pattern, like we can AI can do some the prediction, or might be that is pattern recognitions, so that it will check that exactly this is the same pattern, or this is looks like a malicious pattern to be sending the request. If he will found something malicious pattern, then it will immediately block those IP address, so it will protect. So these all the configuration setup, it can be possible on the firewall level, and you can set up the rules. Multi-factor authentication, so multiple times you can do that, mobile phone and OTP services and other types of way QR scanning, and after that it is only allowing to the customer to access those services. So these are the techniques, these are the things, like we can specify, measure if really the person is genuine or not. If this person is genuine, then provide the services, otherwise just block those requests. I hope it is clear. This is the theoretical concept, but we will very soon we will discuss about that, how it's work, and how we can exploit some victim on the any IP address, how we can request that one. Now I'm coming to the next very prominent attack, that is name is the phishing page, phishing attack actually. So here we will going to learn that how we can create the phishing page. So in this phishing page, basically, firstly tell me that who already created the account on the link what I given that. Just say yes or no. Everyone tried that? Have you explored those UB.Dots cloud? If yes, just text me yes, no, because again I'm going to ask some volunteer tasks to you. So at that time I need these things. I'm not going to do anything, just for the practice purpose. Otherwise I will show with my credentials and I can show those things. Okay, but believe if you will do that, it is very interesting, and you will learn, you will get that how it's really work. So okay, firstly just tell me that there is 2 pages here in this. Okay, Kanika, thank you so much for creating that. I will use your credentials for that testing purpose. So demo 4 is saying that there is a 2 page I created. One is a fake page, one is a genuine page. Can you tell me that left side or right side, which one is the genuine and which one is the fake page? There is a one mark, is a very minor things, so it's very difficult to find where it is that which one is the genuine and which one is a fake website. Can you tell me that? Anyone? Just left or right? Okay. Left is genuine or it's a fake? I got few answers. Left is looks okay. Kanika told. Anyone want to try? Okay, then what I will do is I will just show the screen. Then after that we will see that how it's work. Perfect. So let me skip this part. Okay, and now I'm going to the page. So how we can create this type of fake? So here in this industrial, you can see in this URL industrial.ubdots.com account sign in. This is the perfect page. This is the genuine, who is the service provider. This is the actual page what they have, and this is the fake page actually, and that is the name is, you can see this is called ubdotsonline.greatsite.net. So it's created by some domain, but just think about that. It's I created freely, but if I will purchase as very similar with this domain, then it's really very difficult for you to recognize that one, right? You can, this is the art actually, this is the art, how you can make the people to be just trying to be make confused which one is the real and which one is a fake. If you can create such type of artwork, then it is like very realistic, then easily people can get. And usually it's happen, usually it's we know everything, but still we are not care about that, because it's a written something message and immediately we are just opening and we are trying to do that, and it is now compromise your credentials, and it is very difficult, it is very hard, like for the like credit card and all those things is happening Nowadays it's quite less, but still there is a lots of scam is happening through this way. Okay, so how it's happened, what is the needed, what are the tools we need to develop such type of applications? So for developing this type of applications, we have one website that is name is, I hope that should be, I have to see this page actually. Okay, good. I can't remove this one. Okay, yes. So here, this is the site name. This is they are providing the freely infinite.com, and you can test your phishing page here. You can create yourself account. I'm just saying, we are just do whatever I'm teaching for here. It is just for the testing purposes to learn that how it's possible to easy way to hack the system. I'm just putting in the chat box, so later on if anyone wants to try something, then you can try it. Good. Now I have created the website builder and I'm just opening the open file manager. Now I hosted my site. This is my page. Basically I will show you how it is looks like, my file structure, not this but this one. Okay, so let me close this, and here you can see this is my index.html file. So here you can see this is my code of the index.html. So this is the HTML code what I was written. So as it is looks like, how we'll go to that, how you can do the cloning for these pages. I want to target the UV dots right now. This is my target to get this one, and this is the basically the original website. You can see this is the industrial.uvdots.com account sign in, and after that you can put username, password and everything, right? And second one is my website, that is almost looks like the same. You can see this is the UV dots online and great site. And in this link I will say that, okay dear customer, I found there is some problem in the your applications, can you please go and check that and provide me this detail. So after that you did not see that, okay what is the problem, you found okay there is something problem happened, then you will just click over the link and after that you started to do the login. Okay, now so I'm also going to share with you this link, so might be you can also test how it is looks like for you. So this is the malicious file what I created, and just try to log in and just see, give that, because this whatever you will create the user ID and password, that it will comes to me, so be careful. So I am just showing for the demonstration purpose. So if anyone volunteer you want to share user ID and password, fake user ID and password obviously, then please share with me so I can show you how it is easily it's coming on my system. So now everything looks good. I just came and check my email. Okay, looks fine. I just click over this link and I found this is for me, right? So I will say that, okay, this is also looks, both pages are almost same. You can see this is on first page and this is my malicious page and this is one the genuine page. Then how I can recognize, right? This is very important. So during, if you are doing something, then recognition is very important. Then we have a UV dots login. Second thing is there, and other stuffs like, these things, login credentials. So here I'm going to log in Octohaven. That is my password, basically Octopus, and I'm just want to give some wrong password for now because it is going to store. So I'm just giving login. And here now you compromised. Now you see that nothing happened. It's just saying that, okay, login once again. Means then you thought, okay, fine, means might be I given the wrong password, that's why it's not paged. But now you can see this page actually it's redirected to the original page, and the first login is safely, it is stored by the value in my server. I will show you that where it is the value. and now it is redirected to the original page. And this time if you'll do the login, Octopus, okay, cancel, Octopus, and password is something what I have, and login, then it will log into you, because obviously this is the genuine password, then it will log into you. Make sense? So now where is the password where I put that? Open file. Okay, it's asking for the that I don't want at this point of time. I want to see this file manager, but it's asking for this password. Okay, keep me login, email address. Okay, let me see. I hope it's work. Okay, it's working. Perfect. Now you can see here, this is the username.txt. It is generated. But before that, what is happening? Okay, user.text, it is generated, and you can see first the value. It is really stored. Yes, see this Octopus, and I just given the random number MOHOS something something something, and it is stored here. Yeah, if anyone wants to try, and through the link you can also try, then you can see this is all the value. It will be stored here. Why it's work? What we did actually, then we will do the now measurements of the code. So this is basically the PHP code what I written that. So location is that is industrial uv.sign in. So firstly, once user.text, he will provide something name, then it will the value and everything it will be for, and it will be right to handle in the one of the text. So this code is basically the PHP piece of the code. It is handling all the writing the files of the username and the password, and is a posting in the text form. So it's opening the file every time. It's a username. Once he will do that, then he will save those file every time, every credentials. Now I'm going back. So how it is to be recognize those files, you can see here. Good. And second file is my HTML file. So this is basically nothing but index.html. This is here. Oh, sorry, index.php, sorry. And it's here. And here you can see this is the Control F and action. Once you'll go somewhere in the action, you have to figure it out. Username, password, toggle, on click, password, and it will store the value. So I'm not able to find, so let me see the action. Let me see where it is, where it is, where it is. Okay, so input group, it is there. Action.php, right? Sorry, I don't know why it's not scanning properly, but this is the file. So every time once it is posting value of this username and password, then this action will be happen to pass this action.php, and after that second time it will be the redirect. So how we can clone this page? This is the one question, right? So for cloning this page is nothing but just go on the industrial sign in page, and after that it is just you have to do inspect, or you will see all the codes here. Or might be you can do the one other good technique, always go to the view page source, and you will see all the coatings here. And after that, as per your design, as per your customer needs, so how they will get attract. So these all are the artwork actually, you know, HTML, and this page is just based on the HTML. So you have a basic knowledge about the HTML, CSS and all, then you can do create such type of things, and you can make easily the fake site. And this is totally mostly, but usually what happen, you know, if you create, then after some time you will see that they will be blocked, because UV dots will claim that there is some people who created with my name and this is not my page, so they will block your account or something. So that is, so just testing purpose. After that this workshop, I'm going to delete this page and everything, so my account will be the safe for the next workshop and training purposes. So okay, I hope you understand this concept. If you have any questions so far, then might be you can ask. If you do not understand the problem, how the UV dots is works, then works, and how it's easily cloud compromising with the phishing attack, then you can put the message in the chat. We will discuss here. Okay, so if nothing, then we, without any delay, because I have much more materials, we have to discuss lots of things, then we will jump to the next techniques and next methodologies. Okay, any questions? Okay, just let me see the chat box if all clear. Perfect. And other side, I would say that's the, okay, good. There's no questions. Oh yeah, I'm coming to that part. Thanks for the questions. Okay, now I just want to see the page here. Come to this control page, account settings. Where it is, where it is. Okay. Now let me close this one. Close. Okay. And see, this is someone is tried or not. Let me see. Okay, no one tried, so everything is here as it is. Perfectly fine. The question is now how we can identify that which one is fake and which one is not fake page. That's a very good like it's an observation. First I would say that the first observation is that first is the user, like, you know, URL. So that is the basically the industrialuvdots.com. This is the genuine URL usually that is provided. And the second is, once you will see, that is a very minor mistakes should be happen always. Like a fake pages have, might be they will put something UV dots in the, instead of the industrial, they will put industrials.uvdots.online.com or something like that. They will try to make it very similar, but something should be changed, because people like a domain, they are not assigning as it very similar to the other person who is in the business. Okay, this is the first common. Second one is related to just a minute. So preventing this like a fake pages. So demonstrating, like here you can see the social engineering attacks is happening, right? So email anti-phishing filters, you can put that. Domain validations, you can put that. One other tool is also that who is, might be I can show you once again here. Who is, right? So if still you are getting confused, who is, there is IP address. So if I will put here the IP, you know, IP of the UV, or might be you can put the domain name, like I will put some real domain name, where it is. So uvdots.steam, I'm just putting here this domain name, Control V and search. Then he will give the exact domain details, uvdot.com, and this is when registered on. So you can see this is registered on the 2010, 2026, 2025. What are the name of the server? Each and every detail you will get it, and obviously that looks very legitimate. This is very old website and all. Now I'm coming to the next fake page that I was created that for the phishing. So this is the basically my website, right? Now I'm going to check my phishing website. So let's see what are the results we'll getting that. See, this is the domain name is called greatsite.net. This is the registered on the 2023. So this is the basically website where it is registered, and it will expire on this one. So that's why how you can get this and all. So all the information you will get, and you can check that one. So this is the one of the best technique what usually we are providing to the during the training. We are telling that you can recognize something way, and definitely there is a something mistakes should be there. See, in the other mistakes what I found here, might be you observed or not, I don't know. So here I have some logins, buttons, but in the genuine page, if you can see this, in the industrial, there is nothing, there is a no button here in the background. Okay, I hope you got the questions, but there the multiple techniques is also there. If you'll go in the IP address, then also you can check the IP addresses somewhere it should be. So what are the IP address? You can ping on those IP addresses and ask that if you are getting that value, and if it is really the genuine IP address or not. Might be name could be similar, right? Name could be the similar, but the question is that IP address is a unique every time. So those IP address, whatever the UB dots have, obviously that IP address will be not the for the all other websites, right? So that way also you can recognize the fake and the genuine pages. I have actually the many more stacks and demonstration, but actually because time is not, I have a permit to go because we have only the 5 minutes and we can't demonstrate everything. So might be we can keep these things for the next session, and I will show more about the defense mechanism. What we are going to discuss in the next session, I will tell you. We are going to discuss in the next session the most important advanced security topics like post-quantum cryptography, homomorphic encryptions, elliptic curve cryptography, blockchain, and the blockchain, how it's work, how we can create the decentralized cloud, and how we can make the applications like X.509 certificate, how we can doing the exchange the certificate, and how it's become more secure in that time. And also we will discuss about some publications like homomorphic encryptions, how we are implementing homomorphic encryptions in the healthcare data analysis, in the cloud, banking, finance services, and all. And what are the trending research area? This is very helpful for our faculties who is doing the research in the field of cybersecurity, and they want to develop really and want to give some contribution in the field of cybersecurity. Then these are the areas there we can really need a very good research. Or might be whatever the existing research is done, you can put on the next level. For that we have a few of the later research paper, we will discuss more about that, what are the things is there and all. And we have a study report like on the basis of global cloud security study, different industry, what are the parameters they are looking for and all, what are the tools they are using, what are the encryption techniques they are using that, and how it will be helpful for that. So yeah, means this part we will cover in the next session. So if you have any questions, any doubts so far, then might be we can pick this time for the question answering. So far what we did, I know there is a lots of information, there is a lots of techniques we learned today in the session, in this encryption techniques, security defending techniques, attacking techniques and all. So, and might be it will be helpful if you can do some practice, then you will get more interest in towards the ethical hacking and all those things. So my just role is here to make you excites through the technology, through the industry area what we are doing that. And later on, if you want to do some collaboration research or something, paper publication with the Europe or multiple variant sectors, I'm open to it. You can just text me through my email ID, and we will do the further talk regarding that. If you have any questions, any doubts, I hope you enjoyed this session, because basically my always motive is to do the demonstration based practice, so it will excites you to do the research, because information nowadays everywhere is available. You will get all the terminology techniques, but how we can implement that, how we can get that, how to start, that's why we are here, and that's why we are always trying to encourage you to do out of the box. Thank you so much for listening me. If you have any last burning question, then I will try to answer, and we will wrap up the session today.
Participants having any queries, they can put up in chat box.
Okay, so thank you, Gaurav. I'm just typing here my email ID. Also, you can coordinate with the Agam sir. He can share you my details. This is my email ID. Perfect. Anything, any question? I really love if some participants, if have any questions, any research oriented questions, or if you want to discuss something your related to research topic, or any thoughts or any burning ideas, most welcome. You can just unmute your mic and we can discuss here. We have still 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, now I'm just stopping the settings. So, and if you have any questions, then you can ask me.
So, sir, I think there are no more queries. So, once again, I'll thank you, sir, for demonstrating such practical insights and showing various kinds of faking attacks and how different kinds of mitigations can be done. And we look forward to the next session where you will be explaining more such kind of things. So, thank you once again, sir, for joining this FTP.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you then next session. Bye.
So, to the participants, we will meet again at Monday and at 9:30 a.m.